What's up, everybody? It's Gary, vlogging every day in the month of November 2023. Welcome to another video. If it's your first time, welcome. And if you've been here before, my ground floor folks, welcome back. Happy to have you here. It has been an interesting week so far for me, where basically I had, like, my knee was all messed up the other night on Sunday, and I was in the doctor by Monday and back in the gym on Tuesday. And this is not necessarily, let's say, the smartest thing that I could do, but it was the whole thing that, like, I had just went back, like, the week before, and I did not want to, have this little knee thing that was going on basically hinder me from going back, because I know how I am. If I try to build a routine, and it's like we talked about in, I think it was my first gym vlog, where basically it's like one of those things where if everything's kind of going along on a steady track and there's that one snag on the road, it's a little harder for me to kind of like pick back up and keep on moving. So I mean, it wasn't like serious enough to where, like, I'm doing, big damage going back in, and I'm like doing slow treadmill walking anyway, just to kind of get back into the flow. I'm not really like doing crazy stuff with my body yet. Like, I'm not going back to the running yet. I'm not doing any of the stair steppers or any of that stuff. I'm just kind of like showing up, walking for an hour, like at a really slow pace, kind of slower than I can actually go, but I don't want to push it too hard yet. And what is the rush anyway, right? Like, I think in the years past when I was like working out routinely and I lost all that weight, I put like all these unrealistic, demands on myself that, like, everybody's watching, so you gotta like go. And now I'm just like, nah, man, screw that. Like, we gotta slow this thing down and just take it one day at a time, pretty much, which is kind of my vibe on that. And that is, it hasn't failed me yet. You know what I mean? Like, there are times where I get a little bit of anxiety and I want to, like, rush to do X, Y, or Z, and I really just need to like hang back and chill. So that's pretty much it on that. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. I went back yesterday. Everything was fine. My legs were a little sore, but they're a little sore every time I go and do any sort of workout. So nothing, it's not like I went back and, my knee was like, holy shit, so they gave me like a cortisone shot on it. So, like, it's, I can work on it. It's the money maker, man. It gets me around. Like, I work a very physical job for like my day job, so like having my knee go out is not ideal at all. Like, I'm working on, other opportunities. Obviously, I want to, I have a dream. I want to create videos, whether it's for me or for other people. That is my true passion, my true dream. And, I want to see a point where, I get one of those opportunities and run for it. And, because if I'm being honest, it's like the drive from home to work is not the shortest distance. It's about 30 to 35 miles each way. So you factor that in with Northern Virginia traffic, and it's a nightmare. I mean, you're spending probably 2 hours plus of your day in a car, and that's just not exciting to me. But it is what it is. It's a situation, and we're going to keep on pushing. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that. But I am happy to kind of like be back in the rhythm of the gym. I kind of had like a dumb moment yesterday. I really wanted to go on the elliptical because I knew that would probably be better for my knees. And they were all off. And little did I know that these newer ones kind of have like this deep sleep. Like, I haven't been to a gym in like a year or two. So back when I did go, it was like basically, you'd walk by any machine and they were on, and you just jump on and go. Well, these machines, I guess, are newer, and well, obviously they're newer. and they just like they're in like a deep sleep. So you get on them and you start moving, and then they turn on, and it's like, oh, mind blown. I didn't. I was like, I'm a tech guy, right? Like I love cameras, I love computers, and I love all that stuff. So, you know, I'm like, I can figure this out. I go around the back of the elliptical, see if there's like a switch, and there's not. And it didn't dawn on me to just get on the damn thing and start pushing and see if it turns on for whatever reason. And so I just kind of moved away like awkwardly to the treadmill because I didn't want to like walk up to like the teenage kids that work there that like don't give a shit about their job, and they're like, who is this crazy big guy, like, you know, trying to bug me about a machine. So I get on the treadmill. I'm about almost halfway through my hour, and I see some other gentleman who tries to get on the elliptical, and it's not working for him either. And he's doing kind of like similar to what I'm doing. Like, you know, if it's something that I can figure out, I want to figure it out. I don't want to have to go bother somebody to show me how. Like, I want to try to figure it out on my own. Ultimately, is where I'm going with this. And so that's what this guy did. But then he finally just gave up and went up to the desk and asked them, and they told him. And then I saw him go over. He got on. He started, you know, pedaling the thing, and it turned on. And I'm like, okay, well, lesson learned. And when I go back on Thursday, then I will use it then, and everything will be fine. So that was my moment, my week at the gym, or my day at the gym, my week so far. But the knee's feeling good, and tonight gonna go shoot the Armor for Sleep early November spill canvas show in Baltimore. I'm really excited about that. That will be a separate vlog. That will not be this vlog. I kind of wanted to make this like a talking head thing. And then the next vlog, I'm hoping to make an Armor for Sleep vlog. Yeah, I think I will. I think, why not? I haven't done one of those vlogs in a long time. Like the ones I talked about before where like I'm taking the camera and I'm here and I'm there and I'm recording from multiple spots and doing all these cuts and stuff. So also I posted my first short to this channel. Not my very first, but like my first of like a video from this series. I just found like, you know, basically a minute of fire of me telling you, a potential fellow creator, to get off your ass and start recording some videos. That was what the purpose of that was. And much to my surprise, it was like over 500 views when I woke up this morning. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So there is power in shorts, and I'm definitely going to be investigating that more as I find like little cool cuts here and there to make for that. But I kind of enjoy having these vlogs be just like a really small audience of people. It's fun. I enjoy that. As crazy as it sounds, I enjoy having the smaller audience for this stuff, because I just want the people that really want to be here, that are actually genuinely interested in this stuff. And then, you know, when it's time to make one of those bigger videos, like about my bike or my car or whatever, or a review on some kind of electronic, then, you know, the more wider audience will come. But until then, it's like, it's nice to have these vlogs where it's like a small little kind of community that I want to build. And once the 30 days is up, I haven't talked about this yet, but once the 30 days are up, I think they will continue. You know, I thought a lot about putting vlogs on a separate channel. You can ask any one of my friends that I've talked to about it. It has been, you know, that was kind of like my idea. It's like, okay, need to just put these on a separate channel. We don't want to mess up the audience for the main channel. And then I realized this, and other people said it, and I agree with it. It's like, dude, you worked your ass off to get 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So, and now this channel is monetized. And although, you know, these videos, they don't get a lot of views, so it's not like you're going to be like a millionaire overnight or something, but like, you know, at least you can get paid for these videos. If I make a few cents, I mean, hey, it's worth my time to do that. So that's what I'm doing, and I decided that, you know what, we're just going to put it all in one. I know all the gurus tell you not to do that, and I'm turning that noise off, and I'm experimenting for myself, and we'll see if these 30 videos and then whatever I do after this harms this channel or not. I don't think it will, but, you know, that's just kind of something we're going to have to test and find out as we go along. So before we go, let's read a couple of comments. And then we will get out of here. Let's see. 599 views on that short. Very cool. Let's see here. Comments. Not editing this, by the way, so I'm sorry for the delay. A lot of comments from the last gym vlog, which I do appreciate. Steph Stay Slim says, get back in the flow. You went today, so that's a win, and tomorrow will be tomorrow. Definitely. I'm not going every day yet. Kind of right now I'm at like 2 days a week, and then as my body feels comfortable, we'll go to 3 days, and we'll go from there. Cozy Kitten YT 3410 says, keep up the progress. Thank you. Miller Built 1457 says, hard work always wins. Couldn't agree more. Check out that video right there if you want to know what that phrase means. Bob Butson says, great video, Gary. Thanks for opening up a vein for us. Here's hoping we all thrive. Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. I want every one of us to thrive. And that's why I want to put out, a lot of information about my findings, what I learned, and giving it back to you, the viewer. And hopefully we can all thrive, like Bob here says. So thank you. Caitlin Long, 1580. Man, I needed this. I'm in the same boat you've been in, struggling to push ahead right now. Proud of you for showing it can be done. Caitlin, you already know. You've done this. You know what it's all about. And I know you can do it. I believe in you. So you know what I'm going to say. Get your ass out there and do it, my friend. Larry, replying to the Mr. Beast Daryl Eves watch-along video, says, whew, I remember this day. Painful. Yeah, Larry did not want to watch this video, like, at all. And I told him, I'm like, dude, you have to watch this video. That video's right here. Go watch it. Anthony Shivers 79 says, yes, sir. Hard work always wins. He's replying to the gym vlog. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. You got that right. And then we have one Harry OG commenting on the rules of vlogging video, says, the video quality is strong. Yes, it is. This is the Sony a7S III. Got the Tamron 28 to 70 f2.8 on here. I used to have the 17 to 28 millimeter wide angle for when Larry and I were using this camera for the Edible Adventures. And then I realized, like, when I started shooting concerts, that lens is not going to cut it. So I did end up selling that lens. 28 is, it's not like super wide, but it's kind of like wide enough. If you stand back a little far enough, you get the lav mics and you're good. But yeah, this camera, I went into some debt for this camera, and I've thought over the years, like, do I regret this? Do I not regret this? And I have no regrets whatsoever. This is the one thing where I'm like, you know what? This is one of those purchases to me that actually makes sense. Because when this camera came out at the time, it was like, for video, this was the best of the best. I know they've had new stuff come out since then, and it's really hard when you watch a bunch of tech YouTubers who, I don't think they get to keep the camera, but they at least get to review them. And, like, they're just talking about how amazing these cameras are. And I'm a Sony fanboy. I believe it. So it does get kind of hard when you see all these new cameras out and you're like, you think to yourself, like, is there something that I'm missing out on here? And then you watch the video back and you get comments like that and you're like, yeah, no, this camera is so awesome. And for photos, it's only 12 megapixels. However, this is the king of low light. The S series is like the king of low light, so it works very well in those like really poorly lit concert environments. I've had a couple of those that I shot where having that ISO up really high really saved my ass without it being so messy in the image and a lot of artifacting. So I got incredibly lucky on that. But that's really super nerdy inside. And if for some reason you guys are interested in some of this gear that I use, I don't think I mentioned this yet in the vlog series, but if you check down in the description below, I do have affiliate links, and just full disclosure, I do make money from those links, and one day I am going to make a video sharing how much money you can make on Amazon affiliates. So hit the like button if you want to see that video. I'm going to open up and show you the real numbers of what you can make when a video really pops off And believe me, with some of the stuff I've been into this year, it's helped out a lot and continues to help. So just keep that in mind. Like, you know, I don't want to be overly salesy on this channel necessarily. If I'm making a product review video and it's something I'm actually excited about, which is going to be the only reason I'm making that video, then obviously, yes, I'm going to say, if this is something you're into, you probably want to go get it. But there will always be affiliate links down below, and how that works is basically like on Amazon, you click that link, and it doesn't even have to be for the product that I link to. It's more or less for any product. So once you click on that link, now you're in Amazon with my code. And like, if you go out and spend money, I get like pennies on that. You don't pay any more, and they just kick back the savings, or kick back, you know, a few pennies over my way, as it kind of just says like, hey, I brought you there. So if you're ever wondering, like, other than the like button and sharing and subscribing, what else can you do to help me as a creator and try to really build this thing up? Using my Amazon links down below, that's a surefire way to help me. It goes right into the Amazon fund, and I do appreciate that. And then, of course, I think all these videos have like the super thanks on them. So if like some video you watch, it like blows your mind, there's like a little button down there that has like a thanks. And I'm not going to be like plugging that in every single video, but I just want to make you guys aware. For a lot of you guys that are here, you keep coming back on videos. If there's like something that hits and you're like, damn, man, I'm going to throw them like $5 or something, click that button. YouTube's going to break off about $3.50 for me out of that $5. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the interaction. Thanks for watching. Most importantly, I say this at the end of every video. If you're still here listening at this point at like 15, 16, however many minutes long we're in, hit the like button, because clearly you got something out of this. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's probably a crime if you made it this far and you haven't subscribed yet. So please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell, select all, so that you'll actually be notified every time I publish new videos. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.